The reality is that I say we deal with 200 people. We probably deal with the same 50 people day after day, every day, multiple times a day. I don't know, this is not the police department. This is not calls for service. This is just me going out and talking to people. It used to be myself and Officer Hernandez, but he retired last month. Now it's just me. Anna is included in our project, but because of staffing shortages, we've kind of had to slow down a little bit. I want whoever this ends up going to understand that I work for a police department. My goals are obviously different than someone that works at behavioral health, that are different. I mean, we have a lot of the same goals, but someone at behavioral health isn't worried about what this looks like, right? So as a caretaker for the community, my job is to be responsible for the people, their well-being, but my job is also to take care of the trash, take care of the graffiti. So my frustration is that cops are sent to deal with problems that are not crime. And when you send a cop to deal with a problem that's not a crime, we're trained to handle things that are criminal in nature. We're trained to handle criminals, and up until recently, we've had to learn, look, we're now psychologists, counselors, social workers, case managers. We have to do everything, and we're not the appropriate tool for this job. Because what will happen is we'll come in contact with somebody who's in a mental health crisis, and we put them in the category of, okay, I know how to deal with this. Someone who's non-compliant, we treat them like a criminal. And a lot of times that person ends up getting hurt because we're trying to protect ourselves. Well, that's how cops are trained. We're trained to get a situation under control quickly, because the longer it goes, the more dangerous it is for everyone. And that's when dealing with a criminal. So, I hear on the news that for a long time they were talking about defunding the police and cops shouldn't be going to these types of calls. They're absolutely right. For some reason, people think that cops want to go to these calls. We don't. If we could stay away from this stuff, we would. Let the social workers handle it. Let counselors, case managers. The problem is that when you introduce drugs and a mental health disorder, and then all of a sudden they got weapons, it's not safe for anyone. So the mental health workers or counselors or psychologists, they're not going to go to a place like this and deal with an unsafe situation. So at the end of the day, all you have is cops dealing with this. And it's a very frustrating problem to have, because everyone agrees that it shouldn't be cops that deal with this, but there's no better solution. So we're kind of stuck in the middle of, you're trying to use a hammer to put in a screw where you need a screwdriver to do it.